Now, of course, so much has happened over the weekend in the entertainment scene, but let's start with this one. In West Africa, where Nigerian musician Bella Shmurda opened up in an intimate interview with Chude. Now, the popular podcast series by Chude Jideonwo exposed fans to details about the 26-year-old star and his relationship with fellow Nigerian star Mohbad, born Ireoluwa Oladimeji. Now, the Cash App singer revealed his colleague Mohbad suffered from depression and almost committed suicide in 2022. Now recall that Mohbad experienced a series of troubling events with his then label, Malian Records, last year. Now even Bella Shmurda had called out Naira Marley's lead management, tweeting that a label should be a family and not an enemy. According to him, he was aware of Mohbad's issue with the record label. He further went on to reveal that the singer even considered committing suicide by jumping off a stairway, but failed thanks to the prompt intervention of his girlfriend. Now this is what he says. He says, "Mohbad is my bro, and before I spoke out, I have been in this thing, though it was low-key. I saw what happened even from the first time till the second time. I have always been in the loop of things, but at that point, someone had to speak for him." Now, that's exactly what he said, speaking in that interview. Now, several Nigerian social media users have since applauded Bella Shmurda for his bravery in opening up and standing up for Mohbad. Now, recall that Mohbad eventually parted ways with Malian Records in November last year. Now, even fellow record label signee Zino broke his silence on the matter in a radio interview, revealing his dislike for social media drama. Now, the Grit and Lost creator cited if he had been in one of Mohbad's situations, he would not have said anything on social media. Well, a lot of people do say these things, but we're all happy that he came out of this record label and Mohbad is happening to be doing better. Now, over the weekend, tens of thousands of festival goers attended the maiden edition of the Black Star Line Festival. Now, the event, founded by Chicago-born Ghanaian Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper, took place in the heart of the Ghanaian capital, Accra. Now, of course, the Diaspora Festival featured a host of A-list acts from both sides of the Atlantic, including multi-Grammy Award-winning Erykah Badu. Of course, there was T-Pain in attendance and Chance the Rapper. And now, these performed alongside Ghanaian legends like Sarkodie Manifest and the Asaka Boys. Now, midway through his set, before being joined on stage by popular Ghanaian musician Kwesi Arthur, the U.S. rapper Vic Mensa told the crowd that he had come home. Now, this is what Vic Mensa says. He said, "I had a dream about connecting the African people of the globe to unify us as one people." Now, widely viewed as one of the greatest comedians of all time, Dave Chappelle was also in attendance at the festival. Now, during his visit to the Gold Coast, he met with the president, Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, arguably, the highlight of the event was towards the end of the show when Vic Mensa joined Chance the Rapper on stage to perform their song, Cocoa Butter Kisses. Now, a ton of Ghanaians were there and a lot of people as well. For a first time or for a maiden edition, it was super successful. So we're looking forward to seeing more editions of this one. Now, finally, 2022 box office smash hit film Avatar: The Way of Water has just hit a new record, knocking out Jurassic World as the 7th highest grossing movie of all time. Now, after only 4 weeks of release, the James Cameron blockbuster sequel has generated over 517 million in North America only, and 1.18 billion overseas. Now, at the international box office, it's now the 5th highest movie behind Avengers Endgame, I beg your pardon, Titanic, and Avengers Infinity War. Now, based on its worldwide ticket sales, Avatar 2 also stands as the highest grossing movie release in 2022, as well as the second biggest movie of the pandemic era. Now, this is, of course, following 2021's Spider-Man No Way From Home. That one made $1.91 billion US. Now, after 13 years since the release of the first movie and over 3 weeks since the sequel dropped, the famous filmmaker James Cameron has revealed in a recent interview that the movie's success may force him to work on another Avatar film in the next 7 years. Now, this is what he says in a recent interview. He says, "I'm sure that we'll have a discussion soon with the top folks at Disney about the game plan going forward for Avatar 3, which is already in the can. We've already captured and photographed the whole film, so we're in extended post-production to do all that the CG magic," he says. And then Avatar 4 and 5 are both already written. He says, "We even have some of 4 in the can. We've begun a franchise at this point," he says. Now, certainly looking forward to seeing more groundbreaking box office smash hit films, especially with Avatar. That's so much we can take on entertainment for today. I've not seen Avatar yet, which is crazy. Instead, this week I chose to see Wakanda, but it's certainly something that I would see. Olive, also, have any of you seen Avatar yet?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Would you rate it? What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say 7.
You say 7?
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean,
I had been excitedly, we did talk about Avatar when the trailer dropped, and I told you that I was counting down to December.
That's right.
When I could go see it. For me, I wasn't prepared. So sometimes I don't want to see, even though that we saw the trailer on air, I wouldn't have seen the trailer at all because I want to be surprised.
Okay.
So I didn't do any research, I didn't Google anything, only for me to get to the cinema. And the movie was on for about 3 hours. I thought it was too long. And at that point, the attention, I just felt like some scenes were overstretched. I mean, he's doing well at box office, great fit. The storyline was good. I find that Avatar and Wakanda this year, they're doing a lot of underwater. I mean, which one of them is Way of the Water?
that is Avatar.
Right. So both of them there's a water thing going on. It was really good, but I just thought it was too long and that some scenes were overstretched.
So since Olive has seen this, I guess it's just, I don't know, Sarah, we should plan something and go see it, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen, Black Panther. I haven't seen Avatar.
Have you seen yourself?
Of course, look at him on the
Like
screen.
anything that has to make me drive to the cinema, I haven't seen it.
Well, I offered that day, but unfortunately, he was having whooping cough.
And I don't think, it's going to do as well as they had expected,
It's doing well already.
It's already.
Yeah, I don't think it will do as they expected. I'm sure they imagined that probably would hit the top 3 highest grossing movies or something. I don't think it will.
Do well.
Well,
Anyway, thanks a lot, Sammdandy.
thank you for having me.
Thanks for stopping by.